Welcome to Bro Taste This.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome to episode 18 of Vida, Vino, Bro Taste This.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, yeah. Fellas, how we doing?
Having a great week.
Very good, very good. Lucky number 18.
Lucky number. Yeah. We had quite a week, huh?
Oh, it was so annoying.
Yeah, we recorded a week ago, and it was too loud. And then we recorded to make up for that one on Sunday morning. And arguably, obviously, it's like hard to tell because like neither of them got posted, but they were pretty good.
They were fire.
Yeah,
there was some good content
I
in there.
enjoyed the shit out of both of them.
I hate using the word fire, but
No, that
it
shit
was
was
pretty
lit.
Lit.
As we're recording this, episode 17 is actually going up on YouTube and all the social medias. So
Perfect. Is
Well-
that the Geneva Inn one?
that's the Geneva Inn one. So
Perfect.
it's actually it'll be up soon.
That's the one with video, right?
Yeah, that
Oh,
is the one with
Jesus.
video. God bless.
Achi mama.
But no, man, it's thank God. Like we're not gonna have problems today.
I mean, the
I
last
hope
two
not.
episodes were pretty good, but I'm pretty sure there was some incriminating stuff in there.
Yeah, I don't think incriminating by any means.
I think I went off on a tangent about nonsense on Paul McCartney.
Nonsense. I think it's your best work yet. I think
You were just getting started.
I
I know.
honestly. Do you wanna? We'll talk about it today.
We'll talk about it. Let me
Let's
get
just
let me
go
get, let me get,
whenever we want.
let me
Yeah.
get warmed up with a little bit of this wine.
Exactly. We are
What do
drinking.
we think about this wine?
Yeah, let's talk about the wine first.
Where'd you get it today, Luis?
Today we have Fre Non-Alcoholic Red Blend.
Non-alcoholic today.
Yeah, and we're not advertisers of being alcoholics. We actually don't recommend it for anyone who wants to start a family, have a good life. Arguably, alcoholism is one of the worst things to, like any, horrible addiction. But yeah, today we're drinking Fred Red Blend. And before I get into the notes about it, do you guys want to taste it? Give us a little bit of your understanding of wine and what you think of this one specifically.
Honestly, before I, indulge myself into this, it looks delicious. I just want to say, what a thoughtful consideration. Because, like, not everyone, especially with the holidays, people making New Year's resolution, trying to go
Pregnant
easy,
people,
and,
Muslim people.
yeah, people having
for
too much
religious
fun,
reason who don't want to drink.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Or if you're an alcoholic trying to turn your life around.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no, exactly.
Mhm.
And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to pick this wine is because we're not going to promote just getting hammered. Like, hey, no, you can still drink a good wine
Mhm.
and have fun. And, some people they want to go to a party and maybe it's, unfortunate because not unfortunate, but they're trying to, stay clean, stay on the wagon. So that's,
They know themselves better, and they want to have a good time their own way. Something everybody can enjoy.
yeah.
It's a sophisticated, bold concept.
Or if you want a line of people, kind of like a vodka soda or just soda water with lemon, just pour yourself some of this in a
Yeah.
wine glass and fucking tell people it's wine.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you're hammered and you're like,
Yeah.
no, I got the party going.
Get people off your back.
How can you drive still? You're drinking so much wine. Well, the joke's on you.
Oh, wow. This is
In my opinion, very pruny.
something.
This is like, what's the name of that?
Yeah, you know what?
That drink
Wow.
that they give sick kids, but that's made out of prune juice, like Prunex or some shit like that.
Here,
Pruno.
Pruno?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
What the
It's like
hell?
the name of this prune juice that they give kids that are.
How do you
have, like,
pronounce this
nonsense
wine?
in it.
Frey?
Frey.
Frey, wow.
Can I be honest with you?
Ah,
Just stick to the alcohol, man.
6 o'clock.
After the first sip of this, god damn, this is rough.
All right. Not everything right away is perfect, okay?
It's not good on the third or fourth sip either.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know.
Mhm.
if you're an alcoholic trying to turn your life around, and you're having this, you're like, oh, god.
Maybe
just-
try the non-alcoholic beers. Cause
Yeah, maybe
Just
stick
do
to
crack.
St. Pauli and Heineken Zero.
Yeah,
because
'cause
this shit is not
Frey
it.
over here is not hitting
Mhm.
anything.
God damn, this is horrible.
God bless
It kind
them.
of reminds me of like cranberry juice that's been left in ice, like after a or in the middle of a server shift, and then you just try and go sip it, and like there's like some sugars there, there's some
Yeah.
acidity. but it's not really like hitting anything for you.
Wow, this is so bad.
See, if I was a recovering alcoholic, this would just make me want to
More
drink
mad.
Yeah.
like vodka. Like, wow, I'm missing the liquor in this. Why am I drinking?
You're like,
chasing?
why am I putting myself through this?
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is not good at all.
But if
man.
you're a strong person, you're gonna look at it and be like, "Damn, this is all right."
yeah, this is a little rough. Gosh, sheesh.
Do you guys taste any fruit in there? All I taste
Dude,
is
all
like prunes.
Yeah, all I taste is like smashed up grapes and prunes and
That definitely that like you said it better. Like that chilled cranberry. Like
Yeah.
after a shift, like it's been out for like a couple of hours. You're like, oh, hey, okay.
Yeah, let me
no
let me
bugs in
taste
it.
this. I forgot I left this here in the middle of the shelf.
Oh.
Forgot to refrigerate it.
This is like if you're trying to make like a wine spritzer, which for those who don't know, it's just like wine and then you add ice and either club soda or mineral water
Oh,
or Sprite, and then you went overboard on the Sprite, and now all the ice melted,
Yes.
and there's just sitting there.
that sounds
and
like a good time.
you're like, oh shit, the Pinot Noir, I fucking left it in the bag,
Yes.
and then
Oh.
you go to slam it, and you're like, oh, this is a bad idea.
You know, honestly, that might be what this is missing. A bunch of Sprite.
if this had Sprite in it, it would make it so much better.
It's very high acidity. Almost.
Yeah.
and I
Obey
feel
your
like
thirst.
It's dark as fuck too.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of lemon or lime in this, but they're
Yeah, this is rough as fuck, dude.
Makes my mouth dry. So I definitely see where that like that cherry is.
like a tart
to it.
cherry.
You know.
Yeah, it's rough, man. Yeah, we're sorry, Frey. We tried. We
Not
tried
today.
your shit.
Not
We tried your
today.
shit and it wasn't good. What do you want me to do?
I mean, cool fact about the non-alcoholic wine. It was made around 1908 by Carl Jung Jr. No relations at all to the psychiatrist, psychologist, or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, jeez. Thank God.
That's the
pop
non-alcoholic
filter's
wine.
on. Dude,
It's
this is rough.
Not
What
to
do you
be
mean no relation. I thought you said that was his son.
no, doggy. That's fake news. I'm feeding you.
Fake news.
Yeah, no relations at all. I thought it was his son.
There,
No,
there really
no,
isn't a
there really
relation.
is no relations from Dr. Carl Jung to Carl Jung Jr., the guy who made the created the non-alcoholic wine. And it's a similar process to wine, actually. They barrel it, they suck the grapes, all of it, but then at the end, this is less sugary, right? Because most of the alcohol is in the sugar. So they take the alcohol from the grape and then
yeah.
just give you the
No
husk
wonder
of
it's
it.
so dry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably true.
Mhm.
Damn, yeah, this is.
So like I mean, it's barreled the same way. So regular wine is a little bit sweeter. So if you're trying to fit in with everybody and
Diabetic. Trying
Yeah,
to keep
maybe
it-
too.
Trying to keep your
Mhm.
sugar low.
So
If
there is this really funny review on Drizzly. It Barry
on Drizzly?
on Drizzly.
Hell
Drizzly
yeah.
is a. Do you know what that is?
No, not at all.
Oh, it's a liquor delivery service.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so like big cities, like my friends in Chicago use it, Alan and Michael, and yeah, it literally just delivers alcohol.
Damn, they're sharing you
Like
sharing the
Amazon Prime,
drizzle.
but for alcohol.
Yeah, literally. And
That's dope.
Barry, who's a verified buyer, says
Okay.
if 0 stars was a thing, this would get it. Really not good. I tried all 3 Frere wines and stopped after 1 sip each. They tasted worse than Manischewitz. If you're looking to try NA drinks, I recommend St. Pauli's NA beer. Tastes better than light beer and very close to the real thing. Well, Barry, I gotta admit,
Thumbs up that shit.
thumbs up, Barry.
Thumbs up.
Couldn't
Thumbs
agree
up.
with you
We
more.
literally
Barry.
said those same brands
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're better off drinking like an alcoholic beer because I've had Heineken 0.0.
that
No.
are almost the same thing.
Identical to beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because grapes feed off of that sugar and the alcohol,
you're right.
that's what gives wine a component.
This guy.
Whereas this
This is
just-
not well balanced at all.
No.
No, this is rough.
I've admired the art of St. Pauli's,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I've never really had it.
I've had non-alcoholic wine that isn't bad, but this is horseshit. This is really, really bad.
You've had other brands that are pretty good?
Yeah, I've had another brand. I thought this was it, but obviously it's not.
Yeah.
That ain't it, feller.
This ain't it.
Yeah, but this is not good at all.
Not it today, boys.
But there is
You know what?
there
I'm
is
gonna do
selection
myself
out
a
there
favor.
for
What's
I'm
up?
gonna do myself a favor and not drink the rest of this.
Yeah,
Pour
that's a
this
smart
into my
idea.
Coffee cup.
That's a smart
Oh,
idea.
what are you gonna pour in your coffee cup?
Oof.
And then
That's actually Juan's diarrhea.
Do you guys want to do that as well? Anybody want?
Yeah,
to
actually, I don't want to drink this anymore.
I'll drink it.
Are you really?
Wait.
That's a mistake, my man. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I put a lot of things in my
Would
mouth.
you rather me open Kona or Phantom, or the Spanish one?
Man, let's open up the Spanish one, and then we'll get talking about
That's a
some
great
news.
idea.
2 wines in one episode? Damn.
Yeah, let's take a quick
We're
pause,
starting
and then we're gonna open
2022
up
strong.
That's
the
a great
Phantom.
point. That way we.
And we're back.
Ooh.
This time we have a much better wine. Altos de Luzon Bodegas. Altos de Luzon de Jumilla, España, Malparido. This is a 2015 wine from Spain.
Spain.
This is a blend of Monstral, Tempranillo, and Cabernet Sauvignon. You know, the Americans, they take the Cabernet. They just
I take
ruin
it
it.
very seriously.
They take it
I
very
spend my summers in España. How do you say Spain? What's the proper word?
España, Malparido.
España.
¿Pero qué te pasa, tío? Vale.
Barcelona, Madrid, Catalán.
Bueno, ya tú sabes aquí. Vamos.
You know, of all the places that deserve to be hit with COVID hard, I'm surprised Spain didn't get hit that hard.
Why do you say that?
Oh, just look at the history of Spain. They took all the gold of Central America and Mexico.
Yeah, those fucking.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with COVID?
Well, I mean,
Fuck
that's,
them. That's what we're saying.
that's long history of like
There's some
unpaid
bad
debt.
karma there.
We're saying
Yeah.
fuck
Shit.
them. Yeah. I mean, hey guys,
This
don't
is
worry.
Spain.
Keep taking siestas. We'll be. Yeah, I'm sure the fucking unemployment rate's gonna drop any moment soon.
Enjoy your 2-hour lunches.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy 2-hour lunches. Enjoy staying up till 2 a.m. every night.
Enjoy beating your spouses.
I'm sure the economy's gonna fix itself, guys.
Domestic abuse is crazy in Spain.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All of these things are new to me, honestly.
Really?
In
Yeah.
España.
You don't know anything about Spain?
I know that like their economy's been bad because they've been like the debtors to a lot of debt to the Netherlands and that region of Europe, and that's been the case for a few hundred years.
Plus, they suck at
Interesting.
soccer.
Plus, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The football.
fuck every team from Spain.
The Bundesliga.
Kind of
That's
how
not the
like the
Bundesliga is
IMF
Germany.
has
Oh.
different Central American countries in debt.
Damn. Well, let's move into the wine. We'll talk about it quickly since we already. So the nose is pretty strong. It's got some very ripe fruit.
Very right.
Yeah. Maybe don't put the wine on the table because it's just making too much noise. Maybe put it next to you.
Or
Because
do
it's
it like this.
yeah. Or go softly.
See?
It's very rich, very red, very very red.
It's very
Ooh. It smells like leather, tobacco. Ooh.
I would kill coronavirus with this. It smells that strong.
Yeah, this is good. Ooh, yeah, very tobacco, spicy, peppery.
It's very spicy.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Ay,
yeah.
ay, ay.
España.
No, man, it's good though. This is really good. This has a 90 out of 100 points.
On what?
Boca,
As of who?
according to a lot of websites. I just checked a bunch. Right now,
Okay.
I'm Bo de Boca.
Wow.
It says en español. It's saying maridaje, which means like I guess pairings.
Oh,
Bistec con setas, liebre, perdiz, pierna de cabrito, lechal, cordero, carnes, guisos y arroces con carne. So essentially just pair the shit with red meat.
oh, that was food ingredients.
No, that was just what to pair it with.
I thought you were
Those are
speaking
different
tongues.
proteins.
Se debe de reservar a 16 ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say degrees in Spanish?
Grados.
de-
De
Mexico?
grados.
No, just grado.
Grados. Yeah, grados Celsius.
En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Amén. Jesús.
It sounds like the devil. It sounds like we were speaking tongues there for a
Bro,
second.
yeah, no, literally, bro.
It
That one
sounds
might get us
like-
canceled. that one might get.
Bro, tell me why that you just brought me back to those like
Ooh.
midday church sessions where your parents are up there closing their eyes and like letting themselves fall back into
Bro,
different people.
and you're like, yeah, and you're like, damn, she's still gonna go home and beat me. Why's she doing that shit? Bro, you ever see people like have like attacks, bro? Like
Attacks? What do you mean? Full blown attacks?
Yeah, like, you know, obviously I've talked about it before, but you know, I went to church quite a lot, especially, you know, during my teenage years, which are the most impressionable on your life. And there was this one lady who would like for sure like just get consumed by the Holy Spirit. Like she would wave her arms in the air and it would look like she was, you know,
having a spasm. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, bro. And then you know what happened? I went to Lollapalooza. I went to Ultra Music Festival, and I saw these people do the same thing while on very heavy psychedelics in front of Diplo. So it's like, bro, one and the same. One and the same, bro. They're both doing what they love. You know what I mean?
It's music. It makes you feel something.
Amen. Amen.
No, but for real though,
se escuchen.
for like,
Amen. Amen.
but for like churchgoers, that like that youth group, or like if you're a young impressionable teenager, like going to a youth group and like, this is my time to shine. How can I show that I love Jesus just as much? I'm
bro.
clapping. I'm joining.
Exactly.
I'm pumping my hands.
You're making your way to heaven, bro.
Got the Holy Spirit in you.
Yeah, you got the Holy Spirit taking
What
over,
was your
baby.
guys' like experience?
My experience
like,
under
in
the Holy
those
Spirit?
churches? Yeah, when you like saying a night like that, what was your like mind frame? or
A
state
night
of
like that?
mind and
Dude,
like,
I just honestly, I was like, part of me was like, yo, clearly there's some bullshit, right? And then the other part of me was like, wait, maybe I'm the one that's like gonna go to hell. Like the guilt that you feel that the Catholic Church brings upon you, bro, it carries on with you for the rest of your life.
Católico.
Like, yeah, I would see that shit and be like, damn, how come I don't feel that? Like something is like, am I the problem? Is something wrong with me?
Yeah.
And then you grow up and you're like, nah, bro, those people are crazy. Like, that's all a bunch
They're
of
full of-
bullshit. Yeah, man, it was wild.
They need hobbies.
Yeah,
what about you, Phil?
I
What was
see.
your
I,
state of mind in that?
Hobbies.
I wasn't much of a you know.
You never went to church and experienced them like speaking in tongues or receiving the Holy Spirit?
You know, honestly, I was baptized. Was a Lutheran or something?
Oh,
Are you
out
one
of
of
Lake
those?
Geneva.
You're one of those,
I
huh?
feel
Yeah.
bad for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do I.
What's that church that was right across from
You're for
Lake
sure
Geneva?
going to hell.
The one with
What?
the dolphin. You know,
What?
that big church in the middle. In
Like
Lake
church
Geneva.
with a dolphin? Y'all worship the dolphin?
No.
You
Central
fucking
Denison.
weirdos.
Is that it's called, right?
Oh, over there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what the
By the
name
tennis
of it
court.
is. Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about, but I don't know the name
Blonde?
of it.
What
Yeah,
about
that
it?
church. I think
Probably
they're
a good thing we're
Lutheran.
not remembering.
So
Yeah.
you didn't like speak in tongues or nothing like
No,
that?
no. The thing I do remember about them was Thanksgiving time or whenever a holiday come, they always brought free food, like
Yeah,
for the kids and shit.
yeah.
That always got pumped. But it was never any scariness for me.
Oh no, you wouldn't
No.
see people, dude. I saw at like different church retreats, bro. Like we would be like in this, essentially like big ass lunchroom. You know what I mean? Can you stop fucking with your mic, please?
You son of a
Please.
bitch.
Chill. God damn.
What do you think
Dude,
you
think
are,
about
Beyonce?
the listeners.
This is how Destiny Child's broke
At least
up.
turn it off if you're gonna do that.
You think you're Beyonce, doggy? No, man.
There
You
we
ain't
go.
Beyonce or this Destiny Child.
And you'd be in a giant auditorium, and what they would do is like go around, and like this dude was like possessed, bro. Like in his right hand, I feel like God himself took over, and he'd put his right hand on people's foreheads, and they would collapse to the ground behind him. And homeboy was making his way around the room, and people were like hitting the ground,
God
and he's
damn.
coming my way, and I'm like, my hands are shaking, and I'm holding him up, and I'm like praying and singing along, and he makes his my way, bro, and he like puts his hand on my forehead so hard that like you just like fall back naturally, and then I'm on the ground, and I'm like, am I supposed to feel like in a spiritual awakening or something, or like did that guy just trip me down to the floor?
That guy was a
Oh.
modern day Rasputin.
His grinder just went off.
Modern day Rasputin, that guy was.
What about yours, Juan? You
I
went
went-
to church just as much as I did.
Yeah, I went through something like that, but I mean, like I was similar to you that I felt guilty that I didn't really like believe anything. Like
Yeah, like you
I
thought
don't-
you were the problem.
yeah, I didn't really have any sort of like inner awakening or anything like that, and it felt like everybody around me was acting. So I don't know.
Do you still feel that way? Do you still feel like those people were acting?
a lot of them, yeah.
Like it's all a bunch of nonsense. And
I don't think that they're acting like. I think they're acting the same way I was acting at that age because I acted. I went through it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fall back and like.
and they play along with this.
I didn't play along with anything other than fall back, but like even I feel like even after you fall back, that's kind of like.
That's
you
where it ends, you know?
You playing along already, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Like I kind of feel like they are, but who knows? Like I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but
I want to go on record and say I am trying to be disrespectful.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
It's a bunch
against
of
on that
fucking
one.
foolishness and, bro, like
you were the last one talking about how like church like does provide good values and stuff.
I think like morally it can, you know,
Yeah.
just like it's prevented me from having sex with my neighbor. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's the fourth commandment. You will
It's
not.
prevented you from cucking your sheriff neighbor.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
like, thank you, Phil. And you know they say you can't sleep with the neighbor's wife, but no one says anything about the husband's delicious asshole.
No, no.
Like-
I think that's the book of Leviticus. I think they specifically say not to
Not
eat out your neighbor's asshole.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Male or female.
I may have skipped that fucking chapter.
See, like honestly, the one good thing I would have to say that I experienced myself with like church, I guess, is that like it does give you a sense of community. Because even at a young age, the youth group, like getting all together with like-minded people or like I guess close age, you know, like whoa, this is cool, isn't it? Like we get to church and like we get to talk and like go to puberty, you know.
I think that is the biggest thing it provides.
Mm-hmm.
I think so also. Like you're young, you're confused, but like that shit should be available to other people. Like that's not necessarily like it. Obviously at church it works, but it should be available like at school, not like fucking Breakfast Club style. But you know, it should be like
There should be more of a like
there should be more options and
community
resources
feeling in
available
like a public
for the
square.
exactly.
Yeah,
Because
because most religions are kind of based off of like excluding some
yeah.
group or following an XY set of rules that in some way kind of excludes some other group of people.
No,
but they also
absolutely.
do get back to the community the most, you know, or
Yeah.
try to be part of the community,
Right.
Yeah,
Because they got the tax money to spend, you know.
Right. Well, I mean, tax write-offs.
Yeah.
You know, like there's this really wealthy Lake Geneva
Ooh.
real estate owner, and every year he donates like a couple bills, you know, to Saint Francis de Sales, located on Main Street, Lake Geneva. So
what is St. Francis?
it's a Catholic church.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
just a
Like
regular
St.
church.
Andrews.
They do 9 a.m. Sunday mass in English. Then they do a 5 p.m. for all the Spanish speakers, and it's usually the same priest, Father Angel, you know, who was like, "Do you masturbate?" When I was in confession, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, honestly, like, why you?" That's next.
You should know that.
Yeah, you should.
Why you need some websites?
Yeah, he's like, honestly, bro, I've been running out.
Dude, I got a Google Drive page. You would love.
See, I was fortunate to have like the cool like skater pastor, like the cool youth group minister.
Oh
like,
God!
you know, like, hey, you know what, guys?
Fucking
This is cool.
heathen!
You know,
Listen to this guy over here.
Sometimes we all sin, man. Don't
Ruining
forget,
the
Jesus
word
loves
of the
you.
Lord. You're a corrupting force in
You
this
forgot your Hail Marys?
modern earth.
You forgot your health.
Don't worry, Christ still loves you, man.
We should probably move on from this bit.
From this
I
bit?
think it's really getting dark now.
No, they're getting into me. This is.
We haven't
peace
even
in me.
started talking about abusing pastors.
abusing pastors.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
I've never abused. A
There's
pastor.
they're just bad apples. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
You just throw the whole.
Throw the whole
No.
pouch away?
What
What?
are you supposed to do? Burn down the whole forest just because there's a couple of bad apples?
Burn down the tree? What?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
What are you telling me? That, you know, certain bad apples need to leave on PTO until
Yeah.
they retire or they're compensated.
Once in a while, you're gonna fucking find a mass grave in a Catholic church's backyard.
Yeah,
Like in
there's
Canada.
nothing
Are you talking
wrong
about
with that.
Alaska?
Yeah, like
That shit was
Canada.
crazy.
Yeah,
No, for real though. You're true.
yeah.
Wasn't it like
Yeah,
indigenous people?
all over Canada, they had secondary schools where they found.
I like how I was like, let's move on to the bed, and then we got darker.
Keep digging, keep digging.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yo,
another-
If we're gonna talk about this, no, let's mention something that's gonna get me in trouble.
yeah.
I have to get confirmed to get married.
Confirmed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're gonna do it through the church?
Yeah, and I have no idea.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
God.
I'm sorry, bro.
Like I have no idea. Like I don't think.
Is that something you want to do? It's more for your family.
Like
Ooh, when the truth comes out.
Just go to
It's-
Vegas.
I'm doing it for my family, but like
But party wants to do it too.
yeah, cross a certain checklist, and
Yeah.
but like the thing is, I'm such a bad liar that like
Well, you shouldn't
one,
be
you
lying
shouldn't
in
even
church.
be lying,
Yeah.
and two, like if they try to like ask me something, I'm not gonna be like the best at answering that in a very convincing way.
That's
You're bad
bullshit.
at lying?
Yes.
You don't,
Really?
Do they have to give you a test before like
No,
confirmation?
they
or,
literally
like-
just like ask you like, are you confirmed? Like you need to be confirmed to do this, and
Oh.
like because you're in the eyes of God and you feel that heat from the sauna that is a church.
You literally feel like the planting on your feet and your heels getting warm as like you asked.
Yeah, bro.
His words are vibrating through your.
I have been
system.
confirmed, so I'm Gucci.
Gucci.
Yeah.
What does confirm mean?
It's like
Confirmation.
It's like the
It's a
teenage
teenage
version of a
You
baptism.
drink wine and you eat crackers or some shit, right?
Kind of like you accepting that you're a good Catholic sort of thing.
yeah, you're just confirming that you're gonna be a good abiding member
Roman
of the,
Catholic.
of the Catholic
A very
Church.
good non-communist Roman Catholic.
I don't think I've
Exactly.
been confirmed. Been baptized, but never.
Yeah, I know you haven't. That's why I called you a heathen, because you had a fucking cool pastor over here.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you know what? It's cool, bro.
Let's get
He's
into
just
something less controversial.
Let's get into something less controversial.
So Kyle Rittenhouse.
Hero or hero? Arguably America's. You know how Time named Adolf Hitler the most.
The man of the year, Times man of the year.
No, wasn't it the man of the century?
What?
Was it? No.
Was it man of the century?
Why would they have picked man of the century in the middle of the
That's kinda
1930s?
crazy, right? Yeah.
Wait, they
Oh,
did it in the 1930s?
Yeah, the man. So yeah, I think they're gonna do that.
I think it
with
was man of the
Rittenhouse.
year.
Yeah, I think it was man of the year. Maybe yeah, because that wouldn't be right.
Yeah, because like, oh no, we know there's gonna be nobody better than this guy.
This guy's pretty cool.
This guy's really fucking dope.
You know what? I know.
1938, he was man of the year. Yeah.
I know this isn't politically correct, but Adolf Hitler was a real knucklehead.
Yeah, he was
Not a cool guy, that guy.
Shite.
Yeah,
Shyster,
not
that
a
guy.
cool guy. A real rascal.
You know
could
what?
say.
He cared for his country. All
Dude,
right.
we are on a fucking train of bad news.
Hey,
we
dude,
need to
like,
turn
I-
this around immediately.
Like Candace Owen said,
What?
that like whole nationalism thing,
yeah,
it would have been cool if he just like kept it within Germany. But then like he
Yeah.
tried to like spread that.
that is true. And
You
then
know,
he-
like
yeah,
I'm just trying to follow
Uh,
like modern intellectual Candace Owens. That's what she said.
Devil's
If he would have just kept concentration camps within Germany, I guess things would have been cool.
like what
Maybe?
we
No?
did with Japan. Internment camps. That's what they did wrong. They call it concentration camps.
Yes.
Call it internment camps. We've been
I
wrong,
am
right?
not a fan of either of these bits.
No.
I think we should drop these immediately. Let's move on to good topics of the week. Donna FM came out. It was a fantastic album. I have heard it. Juan has heard it.
Yes.
Phil has not heard it yet.
But
Correct?
okay, this is
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd. No.
New album.
Yes.
Was any of it used in Uncut Gems? If so, baller.
It sounds like it could have been, honestly, but it probably was
no,
not.
none of
yeah.
it was. No.
Yeah, I know.
For
It
sure
just had
not,
the
but-
similar like 80s sound.
Yeah. What did you overall think of the album, Juan?
I fucking loved it. I liked it more on the second replay. I found myself when I first like dipped my toe into that pool, I was almost like a little disappointed that it wasn't as kind of modern sounding as After Hours.
Mm-hmm.
But
the previous album. From,
yeah, the previous album.
Okay,
But
okay.
like artists reinvent themselves all the time, and you gotta give them like some space to like do that. So like going into it a second time, I found myself enjoying it a lot more. And
I would agree
specifically-
with you 100%.
And specifically, I really enjoy the songs "Take My Breath," "Is There Someone Else,"
Ooh, that song is the best.
"Gasoline." That one was really fucking good too.
Gasoline grew on me.
Yeah, same here. On the second listen, I was like, "This one's fucking fire too."
Yeah, the first time I heard that song, I texted Adriana, who's a big The Weeknd fan,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Why does he sound like the Grinch?"
yeah.
Because he's
Yo.
like talking in like a deep voice. He's like, "Oh no no no
Yeah.
no."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What the fuck?" But then I heard it again. I'm like,
Tell me why there was a few songs in there, and I don't know if it's because I've been watching so much fucking Disney or like,
"That sounded Disney like."
yeah.
You think so?
There was like a few songs in there where I was like, dude, I can almost see this like being on like a fucking Disney movie.
Genuinely
Yeah.
interesting.
There was like just like
maybe not the lyrics, but
not the lyrics, but like the
rhythm.
sound
the
of it,
tempo and
very clean, very like impressive, like that poppy, like clean, like,
Yeah.
almost boppy sound, you know?
kind of the direction where it's kind of going.
Yeah, that wasn't necessarily the direction, but there was like one or two songs in there where it sounded like that.
Interesting.
But what I was gonna say overall, though, it has a very obvious 80s feel that it's trying to capture.
Yeah.
That I thought was pretty interesting and that I hadn't like run into in a few years. Like I haven't run into a lot of music that tries to incorporate that era for whatever reason. Like
Yeah.
you run into music that tries to be like funky, like tries to be like a little 70s shit like that, but not necessarily the other shit. So
No, I
thought
thought
that was
yeah,
really fun.
I would agree with you. I think we mentioned it the other day when we recorded before this, but I really like the fact that it feels like an album. Like if he has a kind of like radio-esque feeling to it. It's called Don FM, so it almost feels like you tune into a radio station, and he has little hints that he's like, not hints, but he's like saying a radio, and you can hear him switching between songs, and there's a very smooth transition in between each song. So at the end of one, like the next one's already starting. So when the next one does start, the beat's already in line, and
yeah, like the first track on the album is a prelude.
yeah,
That's really nice. And then like the last track on the album is an exitlude as well.
yeah, it's
I love
that's
that.
really
It's like
cool.
telling a
dude,
story.
and
Yeah,
Jim
it
Carrey.
really was.
Jim
Jim
Carrey
Carrey?
does the very last song, and he's the one that narrates it. And it's
That's cool. It's the name of the title is like Jim something.
something Jim. And no, it's awesome, dude. It's really good.
Actually,
FM.
just like to plug something that
Ah.
I found out. My my fiance's sister, Gloria, is not usually a fan of English music. Like just in general, like
She's one of those people.
she just sticks more to like soft Mexican pop and more traditional like rancheras and dancing music and reggaeton and stuff like that, right?
the stuff she grew up with.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Sandstorm.
Exactly. Like we all do. We all grow
Yeah.
up with certain stuff and that's what we like. But like for whatever reason, if I understood Alo correctly, like this album has kind of introduced her to like The Weeknd and she's kind of loving it.
She fucks with it.
Yeah, she's really fucking with it. So I don't know if like that's her or like the 80s thing going on or like what angle like really hooked her in.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, the fact that like The Weeknd is getting over here somebody who's barely even listens to English music, I thought was pretty impressive.
Sounds like she's slightly racist. Or English
I would
music.
agree. I would agree with Phil 100%.
So if Don FM is able to turn the hearts of racists all across the world,
yeah, we should be pumping this into radio waves before we bomb a country, so that maybe they would put their guns down and be like, you know what? But he's from Canada, so how would that work?
or bomb the radio waves with vaccine magnifications and.
Man,
Did I say that right? Did I say that right?
mandates? What are you saying?
Magnifications.
What's a magnification?
Sorry, I got my Moderna shot.
Yeah, you got the only thing that
I've been dyslexic ever since.
the only thing that third shot's boosting is a 5G signal. All right,
Uh-huh.
they're not gonna get me. They're not gonna get me.
The only shot they give my boost is my ass.
For real, now that we're talking about that, Luis, tell us about your thoughts on the current COVID situation.
Bro,
I know,
am
I know
not-
last time you were elaborating about it. And
I-
it
Well, I
wasn't
mean, as of
captured,
today's
so might
date,
as well.
January 12th, the CDC. Did you see the Fauci emails that got released?
No.
No. It's emails that are speculating that Fauci and another, what's his name?
I'm listening.
Some other person, some other doctor, if you want to call him that, knew
Doctor of Theater, maybe.
Dr. Theater. Well, the whole thing's an act. That's what it is.
I know where you're going with this.
but no,
that
oh,
he
oh,
knew that the
oh,
lab
jokes
leak
aside.
theory
Okay,
was
yeah,
like a thing and that they suppressed it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
The emails. Yeah.
Yo,
Supposedly in
you gotta
February.
spit it out, homie. You gotta spit it out. You make me way too much.
I'm giving you the proper backstory and setting up the story.
Yeah, I haven't read about it. I just read headlines, so I don't really know. I can't comment on it. 'cause
I also
haven't-
can't comment on it because I have nothing.
Well, I can comment. on
But
it
I
because
know
I've
what
been
we can
hunting
comment
down
on
this
is
man.
Luis's overall thoughts on the current COVID situation.
I have the most COVID fatigue. I am sick of, first of all, like the mismanagement of it all and like how difficult it is. I was trying to get a test last week and, because a few
Yeah.
people near me have tested, and then it became like impossible to schedule one without like having a long wait. So I got an at-home test, and then I found out with those they're pretty like 50-50. And if you want to get real conspiracy theorists, like one of my bosses said, he's like, maybe they're putting COVID on them, so when you grab it, you get the virus yourself.
Bro, tell me why that's what multiple people have said.
And I was like, I don't know about that one.
That's
Gonna
pulling
have
at
to-
straws on that one.
I was like, I don't know about that one. But yeah, man,
It's pretty funny though, because like just a couple days ago, as of January 12th, the press secretary Jennifer
Saki.
Psaki, during the press briefing, she was asked one of the reporters were asking her if why isn't at home testing much more readily available, and why isn't it sent to every person at every household essentially? And she kind of just laughs it off like, oh, well, that would kind of defeat the purpose of safety or some shit like that.
Did she like wave it off too? She's like,
Yeah, exactly. She kind of scoffed it off, laughed it off.
girls that get it.
Mm-hmm. And we
That's what-
and from the public view, like the simpleton view of me, you know, I see that I'm like, she's pretty, but she doesn't care about my health.
She cares about your health, dude.
This
That's-
guy's like, oh, a redhead. Ooh, ooh. You're basically over here like the wolf in the cartoons, just like,
Auga. My eyeballs are popping out. I'm also mad as hell though. I don't know whether I want to love her or be angry.
Yeah, no, I'm just so I'm so confused on what to do, and like
yeah.
I should get a booster.
Understandably, man.
Yeah, you know, I should get a booster because I'm gonna travel, but at the same time, it's like,
And like
If
the
you're at
reason that
risk,
you're describing
yeah.
that is like why I've become a lot more empathetic towards like anti-vaxxers over like the last.
Sympathetic.
For
dude,
real.
genuinely,
I have.
genuinely,
Like just because like seeing
part of them were right,
Mm.
not like 100% right, like obviously, but
like what are you talking about that they're right? Because like my point of view is like seeing like the institutional rot all over the country, and like how can you fault them for not trusting certain institutions?
yeah,
Like certain like there's just like, oh, this institution this week, this institution the next
you
week.
shouldn't just trust everything they give
Yeah,
you.
like how can like you like what like honestly, dope sick kind of turned me into an anti-vax.
Who
Hashtag
has?
dope sick
sick?
for real? Like
Yeah.
like watching the way that the
Pharmaceutical companies.
the
and all that stuff?
pharmaceutical companies.
Oh, you're talking about the Michael Keaton,
yeah,
Hulu thing.
exactly. How they just like paid off and essentially bought a certain like work around a regulation and painkiller regulation. So and they also flooded the doctors with all sorts of advertisers and like particular salesman tactics, retreats, all this random like buffet of goodies, right?
Tried and tested. It's
Exactly.
what works.
They were
you know?
like, oh, this is like non-addictive, this and that.
Mhm.
Like I like seeing the way that like things like that in those institutions have failed. Seeing the fact that like our federal government doesn't give a shit that there's like lead in half the water all over the country.
Nope.
Like I get it.
Oh,
I
you
get
see-
why people are skeptical.
Uh-huh.
But like I do also see that like this is a global like how would you say effort that are making these vaccines. It isn't just like big pharma in the United States. There are literally vaccines all over the world and studies from all over the world that are also studying.
Well,
our
ideally,
American
but if you like
vaccines.
lifted the patent, blockade on some of these countries.
That's right, man. Because fuck Bill Gates, bro. Because he's over here seriously lobbying the American government to maintain a patent lockdown on the vaccine so that foreign countries can't make our very expensive RNA Moderna vaccines or whatever bullshit. But like that's clearly just some bullshit. Like that this guy, if you guys like look into it, the guy has been involved in all these health efforts throughout the world that almost always result in like the protecting of patents because has certain investments. It's just a rich guy looking out for his like own wallet. Yeah, and plus he literally made his fucking fortune off of monopolizing essentially Excel and Word. Like you guys do we really think nowadays that nobody else can come up with some program that does what Excel and Word does?
Well, that's why Google Docs has really taken over too, because like you can't get Word for free.
Yeah.
Like
No.
it's one of the most popular used like Word
Yeah.
doc. I mean, it's the most. But
At least in my job place, though, for whatever reason, though, Excel and Word is still the thing.
yeah,
Like, is at your job place, is it? Google?
yeah. Well, it's like most PCs have it though. Yeah, and you
Yeah.
need
It's like a standard.
the license.
We're locked out. Tell me why I'm currently locked out. My job place is being too cheap to pay it.
Ah.
I'm not even joking. Like,
Actually,
I'm not joking. That's not a joke. Like, they're really being. I don't know
You
who's
can't do
being too
business.
cheap or like if it got lost in
being too
transition.
cheap?
I think according to my supervisor.
You can't be
Exit
talking
that
about
shit out.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cut that shit out.
I think maybe we're gonna have to cut this out.
But yeah, my job is not paying for Excel, and it's been like that for a few months, and I used to have it. And it says right there, you need to update your licensing and this agreement, this and that.
And it's all because of patents and Bill Gates. And
Yeah, because he got in he was the right place, right time, and he like essentially lobbied the government to keep in place very lax antitrust laws.
Well, I mean, it is kind of sketchy when he's like, hey, you know what we should do? We should send a missile to space that would erupt dust everywhere.
He fucking said that?
Yeah,
You weren't aware of this?
100%.
I thought you, of all people, would know.
He wanted to block out the
are you
moon or
talking
the
about,
sun
like-
or some shit.
Yeah, to control climate change and like the
Yeah.
aluminum in the air and shit.
It's ecological collapse.
You're correct. Thank you.
Let's not
You
use
asshole.
a blanket statement of global
Good
warming.
point. Good point.
According to a very knowledgeable friend of mine.
Good point.
All
Sounds
this
like a
patent
smart
talk is
guy.
pissing me off.
Yeah.
You know. Speaking of patents, what's been grinding my gears lately?
Yeah.
Patton Oswalt, the comedian, the guy behind the voice of Ratatouille. Patton Oswalt.
I'm listening.
Am I saying that wrong? You
No,
guys are
you're
looking
saying
at me
it
weird.
Right?
I'm just so confused on where this bit is going.
This isn't a bit. This is facts. Do you see what happened with Dave Chappelle and Patton Oswalt?
Yeah.
That's-
He
that's
was a
that
little
guy.
Bitch about it because he got called out about.
He took
it.
a picture of himself writing a letter like,
My
I've been
dear
friends with
friend
Dave
or
for
something like that,
for so many
and then
years,
he
and
got called down. He was being a little bitch about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
and painting with great heart that I work and I perform with him, but I know he's transphobic, and as a friend, I can't sit there and hopefully his hurtful views doesn't hurt people, and I don't agree with his hurtful.
You know what I
views.
think? Fuck him. Fuck Patton Oswalt. He was literally brought on to help write the first episode of Book of Boba because in 2008 he had a Parks and Rec performance in which they brought him in just to improvise. And he has this like 7-minute bit where he's like, and the Marvel universe crosses over with the Star Wars universe, and then X-Men are there because now Disney own X-Men, and they literally like let him just talk for 7 minutes. In the show, it's only like 2 minutes. They cut it down.
It was terrible. Or
Well-
what were we gonna say?
No, but it's like, dude, why is he like?
a writing consultant for the Book of
Yeah,
Book
dude,
of Boba
like
Fett?
why is he complaining about a joke that
All right, since we're talking about
doesn't
middle-aged
affect him
athletes
at all?
or athletes,
Wait,
comedians.
what? I was gonna-
I want to get into something that I honestly have very little knowledge about, and I'm not over here trying to make any strong accusations. I want
However,
to get filled in by you guys.
okay.
But I like, after seeing the accusations after his death this week, I clearly had to look into like Bob Saget.
You okay?
Oh, Bob Saget, R.I.P.
And how he like jokes so much about like diddling little kids. Were you guys aware of that?
So the funny, so this is misconstrued and
Wait, let me present the case first, because the case like
I'll present you the facts.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, let's see.
Jeez.
Because
Let's just
what
say
I saw-
rest in peace, Bob Saget.
what I saw was when he got roasted, it was almost like 11 minutes of fucking different comedians joking about how he's a pedophile.
Well, you know what? They probably did that because he's on. I'm sorry. Finish your point. Finish your point. Finish your
He
point.
did that.
Yeah.
And then he
I'm
went
ready. I
on-
got my teeth
He
ready.
went on to write an autobiography called Dirty Daddies, where in the autobiography he admitted, and on camera after that, so in writing and on camera, he's been admitted to have done inappropriate acts on set with the children. His own words. So after seeing both of those things and like and seeing that like people were being all smug and shit, like, oh, you can't believe anything you see on the internet, he wrote a fucking book about it, admitting it.
He wrote a book, but you got it wrong. He didn't do anything with the kids. It was dolls. He didn't.
No, his own words were, I had
No,
inappropriate acts with the children.
His own.
I understand the joke that you're going with, where he then went on to say that he had a dummy and he was like humping them and shit. No, then like 20 years after
the
he
mother
did
was
that
in the other
joke-
room.
Yeah, 20 years after that joke, he wrote a fucking book called Dirty Daddies. And in it, he said, I sometimes acted inappropriately with the children.
But I mean,
But
acted.
inappropriate.
I think the key word there is acted, not joked. And that's like,
listen.
I
I don't
am
want
not a
to.
fan of the guy. I was never exposed to his music, art, whatever.
All right,
like-
there's some ground to his book, I guess. If he said, quote unquote, he acted with the kids instead of the dummies, because everyone knows that this.
Yes, I
that
know
that
that
story of like,
yeah.
he got in trouble. He called the dolls like, "You bitch, get over
'Cause
here."
for
He
the
was to
people who
smack the
don't know
dolls
what they're
around and
talking
shit.
about, he once filmed like a short, almost like an actor reel, like a highlight reel, where he was then told to like come up with some dirty joke, and he came up with a dirty joke about how he humped the shit out of like a plastic child doll while on the set of Fuller House, and he was getting recorded, and that shit was getting streamed into the classroom of the children who were like
Full House, not Fuller House.
Full House.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
was like,
Thank
what
you.
the
Thank
fuck?
you for reminding me.
Well,
But
you're
yeah.
gonna besmirch this
But
poor
that's-
man. Come with that. With you know.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not besmirching him. I'm asking why you would write a book called Dirty Daddies and why there would be 11 minutes worth of content
because
like
okay,
talking about how you're like
right.
a dirty pedophile.
for the title itself, Dirty Daddies. He's
Yeah.
a dirty comedian. Everyone knows that. Like,
Yeah, he's
no,
a very
his
dirty
comedy
comedian.
wasn't known.
I-
It was just the fact that he's Danny Tanner, right?
Yeah.
He's the dad from Full House, but nobody knew that his comedy is actually.
Because he was
Rancid.
also on
I
raunchy.
very much
America's-
understand that his comedy is rancid.
He's known for dark
Yeah.
comedy, and like
Yeah, he did America's
Dirty
Funniest
Daddies,
Video,
you know?
so everybody had him as this like nice guy, like Phil said, like a nice. And I'm also never a fan of facts getting misconstrued when someone's already dead, because it's like
Nah, that's bullshit.
well,
That's
because there's
bullshit.
other
But
people.
no,
there's other
it's-
people
that's
talking about the comedy
bullshit.
it's
roast. Like,
people. Yeah, I mean the comedy.
That's like such. Nah, I understand like a week later, but like people die and you can't talk about them.
No, not that. I'm
That's
saying
not-
like you can't accuse somebody.
I don't think it's
Wh-
an accusal.
when-
I'm literally questioning you
All
guys.
right,
Like, is that a
if you
thing?
were playing a dad on a show where 80%, 90% of the cast was kids, and you're at a roast where they're gonna say the worst things about you, the number one target is you're a pedophile because you were on this show.
for all those seasons and all that
Yeah,
stuff. Right?
when
I
in
guess
reality,
I don't really see it that way. There's so many other people on that show, like Uncle Jesse and all these people who don't like aren't necessarily.
but they're also
like,
not
known.
comedians.
Yeah, and they're not the father of the daughters. Like the Uncle Jesse's there. He lives.
Yeah, but like,
Or is that the other
fact that
comedian
you're
one,
on
right?
that show, like the people can make those same jokes about you.
No, right, but like he's not a comedian.
Yeah,
Like he's not putting himself forward to like make an
Yeah.
autobiography or get roasted.
yeah.
So
But, yeah, okay. Like it might very well be true. I'm just saying like the fact that he wrote like a book saying that, and the fact that there was like that quote in the book that says I acted inappropriately with the children.
yeah, but it's like what's
sometimes."
acting inappropriately?
Yeah, but
Like was it anything specific? Like if you
Talking
can
dirty
I
jokes.
understand.
If you say a dirty
I'm just
joke,
saying like I understand
you
also
slap the
why
mom's ass.
people were like questioning it. For,
Good game. Good
Yeah.
shoot, everybody. Smack, smack.
Kind of like when the coach gives you that slap. and
Yeah,
just
exactly.
slides
Like
between
maybe
cheeks.
him acting inappropriately, especially when he wrote the book during the 80s or 90s, was probably
Yeah.
like him being
No,
just like
no.
a bad.
This was not during the 80s and 90s. This was like 2000.
No, when the show was being
Yeah,
filmed.
But
the
when he
set.
wrote Dirty Daddies was like 2012.
It depends on what he means by acting inappropriately. Because does he go on and say
Yeah.
anything about what he was
No,
doing?
they've like very quickly after that, the interviewer tried to move on. It was actually by Bloomberg, so it's not some random
Right. No, I understand.
website. But yeah, it was a Bloomberg interviewer interviewed him about his book, and like he made that statement. So all I'm saying is he raises the red flags around himself. Like I can understand why people were like examining what the fuck. Like, is this a thing?
Like, what does he
here?
mean by this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your opinion is the same opinion of the people
My
that
opinion
like
is completely unbiased because I don't give a shit about Full House.
of the
So,
same people that look
I
at
would
Mr.
argue
Rogers.
that's not unbiased.
Or like Mr. Rogers'
I
neighborhood.
didn't give a shit about his.
Like,
his
he worked
art.
with kids. So
Like,
he must
That's
be a
it.
pedophile.
yeah.
No.
So my opinion is much more unbiased than someone who was exposed to his art and has like fond feelings for him. In this opinion, like it is much more unbiased than anybody who's ever watched Full House and like Danny Tanner and viewed him from like this lucky go-getter guy or whatever, or the nice dad or whatever. I never like. I watched one or two episodes.
Don't you think any of those statements would have came out of like? I mean, look at the Olsen twins. Like, don't you think either of them would have came out and be like, no, he was a fucking disgusting pig on set? Like, there was teenagers on the show.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if.
No, not at all. Harvey Weinstein was the thing. He happened like very recently. Well, like anybody could have said anything like the same statement that you're saying about his victims. Well, like if that was true, they would have just like said something this and that. Like in the Hollywood world, like the fact
know.
that they suppress sexual assault, I'm not gonna say, oh well, they should have said something earlier.
Not they should have said something earlier. Like that's victim blaming, which is a very real thing. But what I'm saying is like
Something we don't do here.
yeah, we do not victim blame here. We believe the victim until proven guilty.
The man is always innocent. Wait,
Not agree with that point. What I'm saying is like I feel like maybe you're right. Maybe now that he passed, it'll
Juan
be
is saying
easier
that.
for the victims to come out and actually say something.
I'm not even saying any of this is true. I'm just saying I completely understand the reasons that people were looking at him skeptically in his death. People are it's a very unpopular opinion, and I understand. I was not exposed to his art, so I feel like I am unbiased. Like I just saw a random celebrity comedian dies, and suddenly like people are also like, oh, he was a weirdo, he was a pedophile, he was always joking about fucking kids. I'm like, what the fuck?
no, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on because like to try to give this
And,
some
and I
merit.
try to look into what I just talked about,
Yeah.
and I ran into these things. I am not saying they're true or untrue. All I am saying is I understand the skepticism.
But you can't be citing a comedy roast as like,
I
see,
That can't be.
No, all I'm saying is that there was fucking 11 minutes of content about you being a pedophile, about you sticking it up like
on a roast though.
the Olsen twins
That-
asshole.
that's
And
just
then
lazy
that
writing.
was when then that was kind of also had a joke where you were joking about a whole family fucking themselves and fucking their own kids and shit for 11 minutes,
talking about
almost
the-
like 12 minutes on that like comedian reel that he filmed.
Yeah.
That was the same joke for like 12 minutes.
You're talking about the aristocrats? Because that's a very popular bit that many comedians have done, including the guy, the voice.
Steve Martin.
Yeah, Steve Martin, the voice of.
There you go. That's why I fucking asked you guys.
Yeah, no, that's a very where they're like, and then now the
Yeah.
kids are fucking the mom, and then and what do you call your act? The aristocrats. For those who don't know, it's a very lengthy joke that just
Yeah.
gets dirtier and dirtier.
Exactly.
Where it's a family like doing the most fucked up things to each other and the dog, and then every comedian has their like take on it. And what's his name? The guy who does the voice on Aladdin of the bird, the parrot.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey.
the
has,
voice of the duck from Aflac.
Yeah, like that guy has like a very long one, and it's like
Also very dirty.
also very dirty. It's just a very
Same with Bob
very
Saget.
dirty '90s joke that
Yeah.
like comedians do, and it's just like gruesome. And yeah, it's like, and the families are shitting on each other, and then they're eating the shit, and then they're like fucking the
Yeah,
kids
there's
in
a
the
lot
ass.
of weird shit like that.
Yeah, it's a 12-minute bit about,
Yeah.
and then like, and what do you call it? It's like the aristocrats.
Comedy.
Well,
Comedy,
there you go.
folks.
You're answering
We're
some
doing it.
questions here.
We're doing it, folks. Comedy. It's
But
my
no,
Mark
I-
Norman
You're
impression.
answering some questions. This is how you
I've seen
turn
that,
off QAnon, boys. This is how you turn it off.
You came into the show real QE.
Mm.
Speaking of QAnon, Channel 5 News with Andrew Callahan actually interviewed Mr. QAnon shaman himself. It is a 45-minute bit in which he calls him from prison, and he goes into, okay, why do you think you're wrongfully put in prison?
Wait, how long is the interview?
It's 45 minutes.
45 minutes, similar
Yeah.
to the length of our video on Bro Taste This on the YouTube. Check it out.
What a great plug. Everybody,
Plug.
it is now live. Bro, taste this at Geneva Inn.
A
You
restaurant
guys,
review
you guys
slash
haven't
food
seen
review.
it, obviously, right?
No.
Oh well,
I when I get home,
watch it like
Considering
10
it
times
just
each.
went up. No, we haven't seen it.
Considering it took me a month to edit, no. I guess let's talk about that for a second.
sorry for taking the sales out of.
No, you did not take the sales out of a QAnon interview.
Honestly, the similar to the interview of the QAnon shaman,
Yeah.
they should have more selection of vegan cheese at the
Ooh,
Geneva Inn.
I disagree. I said it then, and I'll say it again. Vegan cheese is disgusting.
I love their cheese board. That was probably the best part of the night for me.
The cheese board was
Yeah.
decent. The mushroom soup was really, really good.
I enjoyed the mushroom soup. a lot
And
as
then
well.
looking back at it, remembering all of it, one of the entrees was good. They had this like schnitzel that was breaded that I was
Yeah.
not a fan of.
I hated that.
That was
It like, what is even the protein in schnitzel? I feel stupid. Is that beef?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
That's how
That's all fucking.
we feel. It was like mystery protein.
Yeah, it was weird.
I'm pretty sure it's pork, like some sort of pork sausage.
I guess
Oh,
let's look at it.
Schnitzel?
Yeah.
Schnitzel's a German sausage.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what
yeah.
it is?
Yeah, German pork. I mean,
German-
sausage is pork.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It was-
German sausage.
in my opinion, it was very unimpressive.
Yeah,
Very
it
unimpressive.
wasn't fire, bro.
There's a reason German cuisine is not world famous.
That
Just
is true.
saying.
We
Yeah, you know-
probably won't get invited back.
You know,
Hey, I love me some brats and like boiled in some spotted cow,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean,
that
we quite literally live in mini Germany,
yeah.
out of the United States.
Wisconsin?
Can we name anything else other than like brats and something like
There's
that?
literally a city called
I'm a little
New
ignorant.
Berlin.
I'm asking you guys.
New Berlin is here.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Where they make spotted cow.
And New Munster. Like Munster cheese. You know, the best kind of cheese.
What?
You can enjoy it on Halloween. Munster cheese? Like
That's
Munster?
right. A monster grilled sandwich
Oh.
or grilled cheese.
Munster and some Coops mustard.
But anyways, you tell me. Like,
Ah.
am I being like the weirdo here? Is Germany or German food not that impressive?
Oh, I mean, you can't just put down a whole country's worth of food just because you had one bad
Spatzel.
Wiener Schnitzel.
We had that day as well.
Spatzel.
Unimpressive.
Spatzel. It's the German noodles.
Yeah, and it was like these little German dumplings that were very unimpressive.
Well, I mean, they've been through so many
It's probably,
wars.
you know
Give
what?
them a break.
Let's maybe give the benefit of the doubt and say it was a preparation or execution.
Have you ever been to Sprecher's?
No.
That's German. You ever had Sprecher soda?
Yes.
You like Sprecher soda?
Yeah, it was really good.
Then quit besmirch in Germany.
Give the media wonder Encanto.
Encanto.
I have yet to watch it.
After
Still?
your
Yeah. I
You
meant to
gl-
watch it on Monday. And I didn't
Monday.
get around to it.
Monday.
But I will.
After your glowing review of Encanto, I was like, I have to see what the hype's about.
Yeah.
And then what'd you think?
Oh my god.
Is that
Oh,
movie
Maroon.
fantastic or what?
Oh, marron.
hmm It turned my Grinch heart. Like I'm a cynic, right? I came
Yeah.
into things like I'm not gonna like it. What's the hype? And
Yeah.
What's the point of all this? Why is everybody?
What's all these brownies fucking singing about anyway?
mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I watched the first 2 minutes of Encanto. So I did make an effort. I
it
did.
gets
I
towards that.
did watch the first 2
And
minutes.
then
And then I was like,
See, like
I waved my mouse over the top left of the screen and then hit back. And then I watched the first 5 minutes of Book of Boba. And then I put my mouse over the top left of the screen and then hit back. And then I watched some YouTube video or something. That was my bad.
we don't talk about Bruno, man.
Yeah, please sell me the movie. Sell me the movie. Because I was watching it and it starts in some fucking... They're like in a forest and she's got a candle. And then the dad is like taken away.
Oh, that's the saddest part.
You think that's sad?
Where the family's torn apart.
I was like, get him!
Oh my god.
Get him!
fucking deserved it.
They were running away from the government or something.
Mm-hmm. Something
Get
illegal.
him! Get him!
And the wife has left her alone, as her like life has just been
Not
taken
alone,
away
bro.
from
She
her.
got a fucking she traded her husband for a magic house. Who the
Superpowers.
seems like and then the kids get superpowers too. What the
Oh.
and the grandkids get superpowers. Bro, it seems like a fair deal.
See, it seems like it, but they got the struggle of being a kid and like being finding your role, your spot in the world.
Yeah.
Especially if your father's been taken away.
And one of them's a filthy normie who doesn't have powers. Fuck him.
She's a muggle.
Yeah.
Is
Fuck
that what they call the
I'm not
Harry
sure.
Potter people?
The
Without
normal people, yeah.
muggles?
They call
or
them
muffles?
muggles. I mean, I haven't seen. I've only seen one Harry
People
Potter movie
without wizard powers or whatever.
called
Mhm.
muggles.
Yeah.
Muggles.
You mean?
Like
I don't even know why I know that. I haven't watched the fucking.
Yeah,
movies.
Yeah, right. You.
I really
nerd.
haven't. I hate those movies.
Loser.
I'll wrap myself out. I'm more of a Lord of the Rings nerd.
I'm a.
Like,
More LOTR.
I'm more of a
Yeah.
Hufflepuff myself.
nah, fuck Harry
I'm,
Potter. I just
I'm the
never got
House of
into it.
Slytherin.
Yeah.
I'm a Slytherin.
Nah, but
He who
as far
shall
as
not
like
be named.
Encanto though, I say get into it alone for the music and the replayability of the movie. It plays really well. Like I'd play 2 or 3. Like it really takes a while to kind of get old.
Yeah.
And,
What was that #1 trending song on YouTube?
We don't talk,
we don't
about,
talk about
Bruno.
I saw that.
which is a song
I
from
did watch
Encanto.
that. I did watch that, and I was like, I have no context or reference. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
but there's some dude in like a hood, and I'm like, this guy seems cool.
Yeah.
He seems like a
and
fun
honestly,
guy.
he is one of the cooler characters.
Yeah, and there's an archetype for everybody to fit in. Like if you're like the youngest of your family, you feel like, oh, nobody cares about me. Like there's a character for
Yeah.
you. But if you feel like you're the oldest, like everything's on me. Like, oh, I have no pressure. Like, oh,
That's how
all
I
the
feel.
pressure's on me. Like there's a character in that movie
Lisa.
for you. And if you like you're perfect and you're the princess of it, but you have to live with the
Isabella.
expectations of perfection, like
Yeah.
that's a character for you. If you're some old bitch, then like there's a character for you too.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's really like a family movie.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't like it because it's taking my Latinx culture and then it's making it culture appropriate for these whiteys to then sing songs in my language, and they shouldn't be.
All that Colombian flair, that Central America.
Yeah, bro, I don't dig
Is it Central America or
All that fucking Bad Bunny.
Latin
All
America?
this J Balvin that they're forcing down our throats. Fucking Soros over here.
Bad Bunny isn't involved in that, right? It's that Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy who wrote Hamilton wrote some of the songs, right? And
That's right.
Directed it, I believe.
I'm not sure if he directed it, but I know that he wrote a lot of the music for it. And I will give him props. It almost makes me want to go back and check out Hamilton because I've
Hell
never
yeah.
checked it out. Have you guys?
I have not seen Hamilton,
Yeah,
but people
neither
love
have I.
Hamilton.
People love Hamilton, but the fact that
They
people
do.
loved it so much, it made me hate it.
Yeah, I feel that way sometimes too,
Yeah.
where it's like, no, like I try to give things that are hyped up a try,
Yeah.
but then there are times where I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Also, the one refreshing thing about this movie, particular Disney movie,
Sell it to me.
yeah, I don't know, man. Most of these previous Disney movies, they have like a weird sexual fetishization of the characters.
Yeah.
Like, look at the Incredibles' mom, Miss Incredible, thick, right? And then that Big Hero 6,
Nah, homie, that was just
the
you.
ant.
What you
No,
mean?
no, I'm talking about the meme culture.
She was
going
a
on.
very normal person.
She's Mrs.
Is this
Incredible.
what you thought about Miss Incredible?
Come on
What's
now.
wrong with you?
They purposely made her thick on purpose.
You've
Dude,
seen Mrs.
When you
Incredible.
say thick, I see my art teacher, bro. What's wrong with you?
You looked at your art teacher that way?
What the fuck?
I was
What
more
way
interested.
You
in
made it
Mrs.
weird.
Incredible,
You made it
weirdo?
weird.
Yeah, I'm looking at the curriculum.
Everybody's looked up Mrs. Incredible,
My art
Rule
teacher was
34.
a male.
yeah, for real.
Yeah, Rule 34, Mrs. Incredible.
There's like a whole
Everybody's
butt
looked it
scene
up.
in the second Incredibles where she's like getting on top of the bike and she's like a
It's zoomed
slow
in.
angle, like
She had a donk.
badonk.
Bro, she was
You know what?
dragging
Maybe
a
I gotta go
wagon.
back and watch it.
But I mean, it was refreshing not to have that in this Disney movie
Yeah.
because it's just quit doing that.
It is a little weird when
They're
they
kids.
sexualize like like Lola Bunny.
Yeah.
And then Space Jam New Legacy came out, and everybody was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
they've ruined PC
did?
culture gone mad."
They did.
It's like, who the fuck?
What did they ruin about Lola Bunny, buddy? Tell us.
First off, you don't mess with the wheel. If it's perfect, leave it alone.
What did they do to ruin the wheel?
They made
Tell
her more
us.
athletic, so now she doesn't have incredible back pain.
Bazungas?
Is that what you're saying, Phil?
I think she will live
You're
an
more
extra
of a
40 years.
Of a voluptuous woman kind of
Yeah,
guy? Is
rabbit.
that what
You're
you
more
were
of a
saying?
voluptuous rabbit kind of guy.
You know, if I'm a rabbit kind of guy, it would be Jessica Rabbit, the bunny from Who Framed Roger Rabbit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, that's
a smoke show.
woman. That is a woman.
What the hell?
That is a
Bro,
woman.
we started.
Jessica
We
Rabbit?
started on Encanto, and now we're on like this guy's Mount Rushmore.
You know who could get
of-
it? Shigo from Kim Possible.
Oh,
Bro, she
the green and black chick,
she
the baddie.
She gon'
Dude,
get
she's a
pregnant.
baddie.
She gon' get pregnant. That's what she goes short for.
Dude, she's
Got
a
it,
hottie.
man.
Hey, you know what? You know who else could get it?
Raven from Teen Titans.
The little mole rat.
Jasmine from Disney. What? Who said
The
that?
little mole rat from
Just
Skin
kidding. Nah,
Possible.
she's a hottie.
Jasmine from Aladdin.
Ooh, dude, that little
That's
like,
your go-to?
belly dancer outfit. Ooh,
That's what does it for you. I'm
Are
more
you
of a
kidding me?
I'm more of a conservative Snow White kind
Rapunzel?
of fellow.
Oh, I thought you were a
Oh,
Rapunzel
you-
kind of guy. Keep
yeah,
your
that
woman
makes
locked
sense.
up
That
and
makes sense.
away from sunlight.
As she should be. As she should be. All right.
And
She
that
didn't
makes
have
sense
liver spots on her hands.
that you're like old Jasmine. You're old Sharia law over there.
yeah.
Oh, real what?
I guess so.
I get you.
You're
I
a
Oh,
get you.
my
Yeah, but-
Sharia law.
You know, I guess it makes sense. You know.
What about the female fox from the Disney's Robin Hood?
Oh,
Dude.
Maron.
The pink outfit. Oh, God.
Come on now.
Bro, hey.
She
hit
was
me
like
up.
a sleeker Princess Peach, you know?
Yeah,
like,
bro.
But she was
bro.
conservative and moderate. She was like pure.
Beautiful and classy.
What about the female from Hercules?
Yo.
Oh, What a Jezebel. A vixen.
Yo.
Listen to this one. What about the clay pot in Hercules and like the set of women that were dancing within it?
Bro.
Oh,
The muses.
the gospel women?
Yes, the gospel
Yeah.
women.
Hey,
Oh,
all
dude.
all baddies.
All of the flavors
All
of the
baddies.
rainbow right there for you.
Exactly. All baddies. So I guess we'll end on that note. Go watch
All
Hercules.
right, no.
Wait,
Let's
wait,
end on this
wait a
note.
minute.
Last
We were talking about
cartoon baddie for you.
We were
Go.
talking
Last?
about how like we can't sexualize these cartoons, and we just went on a good tangent about like who's the sexiest cartoon on our Mount Rushmore.
Last sexualized cartoon
Yeah, the last sexy cartoon on your Mount Rushmore.
on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Oof, man, that's a good question.
Oh,
Man.
I'm gonna go ahead and go first. The Lioness and Simba.
oh,
I don't.
wait, the lioness,
Yes.
the one that
the Lion King, Simba's girl. I don't know what it was.
Oh,
about her.
Nala?
Yeah, Nala.
okay.
Those eyebrows. The way
I
she
think,
just
I think,
looks
I think
at
you're talking
you,
about his
bro.
mother. Like he comes back
Oh.
and he fucks his lion.
Bro,
mother.
she made me discover like things about my body that I had no idea at that age.
That my own fiance can't replicate.
I'm not gonna say anything about that.
no.
Oh my
Cochino.
god.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
cochino
I'm just
sucio.
saying, Nala can
Muchacho
get it, bro.
sucio. Yeah, Phil, you want to take next?
If we have to put like a female character, Mount Rushmore,
Yeah.
sex appeal, it's gonna have to be that lady from Powerpuff Girls. The
The mayor's
the mayor's
yes.
assistant.
Doggy.
Legs for days.
Oh
man.
my god,
Hey,
bro.
Dude,
Maron,
those
hey,
hips.
Maron.
Hey,
Those
bro.
hips.
You know what? I'm gonna end on the best one. You guys haven't even mentioned her yet.
Oh.
Misty from the Pokemon anime.
Ooh,
Yo, hey, what's in that backpack, girl? What's in that
Ooh.
backpack?
dude, forget that she's 14, bro.
Oh my god.
Hey, you said it.
All
That's
right.
why I picked the.
Thank you
that's
for
why I picked
listening.
the lion.
Thank you for listening on another episode.
On that note,
And go check out the new YouTube. Go download the latest podcast. I don't know when this one will come out.
Luis is definitely not a pedophile guy. I can vouch for him.
He wrote
I
a
can
book. He
I-
made a joke about it.
He just made a fucking joke about it, guys. I
Dirty-
can vouch for him.
dirty papas.
Yeah.
And with that being said, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you all next week.